Hello, just a quick one to say welcome back to this Final Fantasy XVI re-uploaded Twitch stream. As you know, in the last episode ended a bit early versus where the actual stream went, just due to the length of time it had gone on for, and I just didn't want a cold open, so that's why I gave you the fake bit of stream version at the start, but you may have noticed only half the length, not something I normally brag about, and I just wanted to say hello, welcome back, and I hope you enjoy, but let's just get on with it, shall we? Okay. Deep breath. Deep breath. You've killed Titan, Clive. Come on, you've killed the fucking Titan. He's just fucking ready as well. Hi, bitch. Let's just get started as we mean to, eh? Oh! Oh, fucking hell. Okay. That was a bad start. Let's just pick it back up. Okay, nibble away at them. Lovely. Oh, nice. Not got that stop down. Toggle, you alright, lad?
Let's try.
That's better. How does that count as a dodge? I was missing that as well last time. That definitely just threw me off.
Let's try.
Oh. It's okay, Clark. We've got a couple in, that's what we need.
Too slow.
Peeky, stab him as he goes. Love it.
Too slow.
Ah, I haven't got that down.
To me, boy.
Start again, Torg. Watch out for this shit. Oh.
To me, boy.
Hold on. You confuse me. You confound me. Do you love me or don't you? It's a simple question.
Too slow. Not good.
What are you doing, Clive? Hey, back it up, back it up. You've lost your mind, son. Haven't got anywhere near enough damage on his back. Alright, that's it, that's it. Chip away a little bit. Okay, we've done all right there. Woo! Yes! That was a waste. That's okay. Everything required. Don't get greedy. Don't get greedy.
Let's try.
Not him this time. Okay. Use a bit of this now. Some of that stagger gauge now. Hey, back up, Clive. Back up, back up, back up. You know the drill, right? That's it, lovely.
Let's try.
A little bit.
That's what I talk on.
Oh!
Too slow. Let's try.
Oh, yes. Much nicer, that's what we like. Come on. Come down. Wait! You finally dodged one. Good lad. Oh, under the other piece. All right. You got it. Oh, don't get in the fire.
Help me, boy.
Woo! Come on. That's not what we want to fire. Not gonna lie. It's all right. Whoa. Oh, we've staggered it. Oh, come on, Phoenix. Just in time to join the party. It's okay, we know he's going to get back up again. Okay, one more of them. And back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up. Not this time. too excited, Clyde. Back up, back up. Oh, does work. So we can go. Bit of that. Bit of that. Hopefully they don't all cancel each other out. I know your game. Ah! Come on! Oh, it was a messy one, but we got it. 15,000 experience points. That's 2 levels. 34 to 36. Oh, thank you for the tip on the bloody potions as well. Definitely needed that. Orcalcum. There's a time when Orcalcum was so abundant it was used for everything from armour to weapons to coins to cutlery. However, when the twins' only Orcalian mine was finally exhausted, the trading price for the known metal increased tenfold. To crafting.
Back to sleep.
I'll miss you. Teabag. And you are the goodest of good boys, Tog. Aren't you? Yeah, you are. Oh, that was exciting. I can't wait to tell everyone back at the Hideaway about this. Why? What do you mean you weren't expecting me to talk about this? Oh, Titan. Right. Very good. All right, I'll put you out your misery. I'll tell you about Titan.
What became of Kupka? Why haven't we heard him?
I'll tell everyone now. It's fine. It's fine. I'm
We're
a bit
seeing
overexcited.
troops amassing at every border crossing.
Kind of won 20 grand, which was
You're back. I am,
a good amount of money.
and with glad tidings for once.
I killed Atlas.
Hugo Kupka is no more. Well, I'll be. All of our comrades who lost their lives back at Sid's place.
I'm Sid, and this is our
smiling down
place.
at you right now.
We had a stolus from Lubor saying Drake's fang had fallen. I expect that was your doing as well, was it?
It's how we do.
It's a long story.
It's really
One for the history books, I'll bet.
Welcome home, Clive.
It's good to be back. You look better.
Could you use a
I
hand
feel
like Jill? No
Which
offense
means
about
I'm
the
coming on your next little
frozen hand.
adventure.
petrified
You're
hand.
not leaving me behind again.
Wouldn't dream of it.
He's so happy to see you.
Any word on the royalist movements since I've been away?
Shouldn't you be putting your feet up? If you really want to know, go and have a word with Vivian.
Thank you. I will.
You proud of me, Nectar? High five, lad. Hey. Got it ticked off. And I've still not got enough renown for something
I wasn't
else.
expecting you back.
You having a laugh? You know.
All done?
Why does the renown tree go? We'll never renew. I got a missive? No. Can I craft anything? Or strengthen anything with the shite I've picked up? Or was the game not expecting me to get to it just yet? There's no new recipes, but I might have already seen recipes, I don't remember.
What do you need?
Just a smile from you, Blackthorn.
What do you want?
No, nothing to do there. Don't care about that. Do not care about that.
Anything
Just
else?
need to do a bit more story before we get there, eh? Vivian!
Ah, the conquering hero returns. And with hardly a scratch on him.
I've done so much shit since Titan, I don't even
picked up one
remember
or
it
two.
first.
Well, the fact that you came straight to me instead of visiting our resident physiker suggests that you picked up something more important. A scent.
Yeah, so look,
The
I've just come back from the
scent of
desert, I haven't had a
Woodlands.
chance to have a wash.
The very same.
I have to go
Whatever
on that.
plans Kupka was hatching with the Royalists, he took them to his grave, as did his men. Slaughtered by the orcs who'd taken over the Fang. Orcs, Vivian. I've never seen such creatures in Storm before. The Waluders must have ferried them over from Ash, but why?
To
Why
kill
want
and
to rescue
plunder, Clive,
Kupka
come
only
on.
to invade his home, the mother crystal of an allied nation, and let both fall? It makes no sense.
Do you know the tale of the blind men and the adamantus? One can often be led astray by focusing too closely on individual details. One must instead see the bigger picture. And what bigger picture is there than my map?
When you got a tiny book, what, like, let's get a bigger map or something.
The kingdom of Waloed claims dominion over all of Ash. It is a nation forged by the bloody conquest of Barnabas Tharm, the dominant of Odin. The Canvarian War of Independence in 849. The Battle of the Twin Realms in 865. The Battle of Belinus
Year
Tor
of year.
in 873. Wheresoever his armies fought, Odin was found where the fighting was fiercest.
Leading from the front, I can respect
But of
that.
late, the warrior king appears to have laid his sword to rest. Battle rages for control of the crystalline dominion. Yet Tharm sends not a single ship in support of his Dalmekian allies. Meanwhile, the Blight ravages great swathes of Ash. Yet warlike
Correct, isn't
Waloed
it?
shows not the faintest interest in laying claim to untouched lands. So why go to the trouble of sending an army of orcs into the heart of Drake's Fang, only to make no attempt to claim the Mother Crystal for Waloed? It can hardly be for lack of men. Tharm's armies rival any in the Twins. No. We have not seen the last of the Walooder standard. Odin will ride again. It is but a question of when. And on that day,
Probably right
who
when I
will
don't
be
want him to.
trampled underfoot?
Because of Odin's big horse, I get it. Very clever.
In summary, I know not to what end the Royalists betrayed Kupka. I know only that it is part of some broader scheme. A scheme tied to the ambitions of one man.
King Barnabas.
But there is no need to wallow in confusion. If one is to cure a sickness, one must first identify the symptoms. And your Lord Uncle has volunteered to do just that by keeping an eye on the Royalists' movements.
He's really throwing himself into this.
Indeed he
We love
is.
our Byron, we
Which
do.
means all that remains for us to do is await his reports. Well, not quite all in your case. The people of the
Other than that.
Hideaway must hear the news. Justice has been done. Hugo Kupka is dead. The wounds he left that night are still raw, especially for those who lived with Sid the longest. Tell them that those wounds might finally begin
You're
to
going to give a
heal.
big rousing speech,
Consider
are
it
you,
the
Clive?
price of today's instruction.
I've never known you to be sentimental.
What can I say? I am only human. And we are, all of us, sentimental animals at heart.
I suppose we are. Very well. I'll go and spread the word.
Very good. Ah, now the
We're seeing
crafting
troops
recipes are
amassing
available.
at every border crossing.
Getting overexcited. Trying to get stuff sorted when I haven't even told anyone a damn thing. Hello, Blackthorn.
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
What is it? I'm busy.
I wanted to tell you that Hugo Kupka is dead.
Couldn't give a shit.
I can't tell you how long I've been waiting to hear those words.
Frown on his face.
This is it then. A new beginning under a new Sid.
Well, I like to think we started that a few
I'll
years
try
ago.
to live up to the name.
Yeah, sure. I'll be humble, I suppose.
Back
What recipes have you got for me, kiddo?
What do you want?
You want? What do I want? What do I do with this? Earthen Fury, is this? Ooh, a silken sash. That's shite. Where to the Drake Slayer's belt I have? Diamond armlets. Silken sash. Yeah, not worth it. Boop. Enhancer +1. 240 is it? Well, of course I'm going to do that.
Not bad, if I do say so myself.
Oh, I can enhance it. Even I can enhance the enhancer. Lovely stuff.
My best work, but it'll do.
Lovely, lovely stuff indeed. Not bothered by any of these.
And
That's it. Hello, Karen.
Well, someone looks pleased with himself.
I wanted to tell you
True
myself.
what I'm hearing then.
Nothing escapes you, Lady Karen. It's true. Kupka is dead.
No more looking over our shoulders then. Good. I'm starting to get a crick in my neck. Don't let it go to your head though.
I mean, give me a minute to like enjoy it. God's sake.
And what can I do for you? Go on then.
I'd like to have a little look. I'm not. Who needs to buy the enhancer when you can craft it? Not bothered about any of that. Yeah, not going to buy that just yet. Oh,
You'll not find a better price than that.
Nope.
It'd better all
can't
be
forget
here.
that. What can I sell? Oh, I can sell these. Great.
And be thankful you got that much.
Oh, like I didn't even
You got
realise
out
you'd
else?
sell so much stuff.
I reckon I can find a buyer. And be thankful you got that much. I reckon I can find a buyer.
This Berserker ring. berserkers of Southern Ash, known for their fearlessness on the field of battle, were known to wear these rings not only on their fingers but pierced all over their bodies from head to toe. Scholars now believe the unnatural courage they displayed was a result of extended exposure to the concentrated ether imbued in the jewellery that poisoned the blood of its non-bearer wearers and induced madness that ultimately became associated with battle frenzy. Temporarily increases attack proficiency with each precision dodge. Didn't know I had that. Sell that.
You got out else?
Forget about that.
I'll be thankful you got that much. You got out else? I reckon I can find a buyer.
Keep hold of them ones for now, then. Where's all of the sellable ones? Gilbug. Ooh, 9 of them.
I'll be thankful you got that much.
Blood.
You got out else?
Goblin coin.
I'll be thankful you got that much.
Ooh, empty shard. A nondescript fragment of a crystal long spent, while the ethereal charge contained within is too faint to serve as a catalyst for any significant casting. When gathered together with other such specimens, a determined individual might coax a final spark from the pile. Most, however, are simply used in jewellery making as inexpensive alternatives for more precious gems.
You got out else?
We never got house else. What more is there?
Finished, are you?
Yeah. Tomes, you old codger. Bridget got and died on me.
Ah, Clive. Have you come seeking the gift of knowledge?
No. To share mine, actually.
No.
Hugo Kupka is dead.
Oh, my. Can it really be true?
Yep.
Look, he's crying. He is. The big baby.
Smack him.
And with good reason, children. These are tears of joy. We must offer up a prayer to your parents that the heavens might weep with us. There shall be no lessons today, only thanksgiving and merrymaking. Go, put away your things.
Fantastic.
All right. Brilliant.
Finally, a new dawn has broken.
It has.
Thank you, Clive. I cannot wait to share the good news.
Oh no, you've got to keep it secret, I'm afraid.
Hippocrates. After Kupka fell, Ultima came to me. I need to know what he is. Have you learned anything?
Alas, no.
Well, get out of here then, you're useless to us.
Not for want of trying. I have scoured nigh every historical tome in our collection and found nothing. Not even the sort of conspicuous absence that might suggest a concealment of fact. One is almost tempted to conclude that such a creature never existed.
Oh well,
But I
that's
saw
fine.
him with my own eyes.
I don't doubt that you did. Alas, it seems you are the only one who has. To others, he reveals naught. We see only that which he leaves in his wake, like some terrible force of nature beyond the ken of mortal man.
A bringer of death.
Whether the Ultima you met with was the being itself, or merely another projection of its power, I know not. But until I do,
What are you?
my investigations shall continue.
Thank you. It means a lot.
I mean, it means a normal man.
Let's see if Otto has anything else for me.
I'm telling you, it's true. I heard it from Otto's own lips.
Told you all. I'll have a go at me now. Hello, Otto.
You barely sat down since you came home. Vivian got you running errands or something?
Just spreading the word.
So, the Professor's got a soft side, has she? I'd never have guessed.
What was all that about?
No. She was right, though. Everyone was glad to hear the news.
Obviously.
Ah, but you ain't told everyone. I can think of plenty of friends back at the old Hideaway who'd sleep more peacefully for knowing. Not least of all Sid. You should tell him.
Dead, also.
You're right.
You're insane.
And I will.
Well,
Okay, Clive's
when you
insane
do,
too.
be sure to take Mid with you. She's been going at it hammer and tongs down in that workshop of hers, trying to do her father proud. I can't remember the last time she visited the old sod's grave.
Very well. I'll suggest it.
What a lovely day out. You coming, Nectar? Ooh, what's this? It's open now. Ooh. Nice, very fancy.
I think Mid might need some help.
Mate, I'll come and talk to your dead dad with me.
Soon. All right, Clive. What do you want?
I'm going to visit Sid, and I thought you might like to come with me.
Sorry, I'm too busy for all that right now. I've got to get this thermal displacement stack sorted.
Thermal...
Displacement stack. Here.
The chimney.
This is for...
Only the fastest, finest ship the world has ever seen. The Enterprise.
The Enterprise. Couldn't think of any other name.
Me and my dad designed it together. Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together. Which is where the stack comes in. I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little dockyard in Canva. But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting to hold things up over at the shipyard.
Pull your finger out, Pen.
And see my dad, though, when I'm done. Whenever that is.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Good old Clive. I were hoping you'd say that. First things first, I need some parts meching.
Why is everybody
The stack
so
will be made up of
different?
3 major components. There's the plating, here, that channels hot vapors away from the engine. The helm over the top, that disperses all that heat into the air. And the shielding around the sides, that stops the rest of the ship from going up in flames.
A full suit of armor, then. Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits onto it. I've got the designs and the list of materials here. Show these to Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
Really?
I can't make head nor tail of them.
Luckily, you don't need
Blackthorn's
to.
going to make this entire big thing on his one little anvil. Okay. Fuck your dead dad then. Right, being dimmed. There is no shortcut, is there? Well, it does connect. Well, might not be shorter. Nothing of interest, Nectar. It's all good, mate.
We've seen troops amassing at every border crossing.
Okey-dokey. Blackthorn, it's me again. Sorry, getting stuck on the scenery. Hello, chap.
Blackthorn, can I ask a favour? Hell with it.
This fuck.
It's for Mid.
This my last chance to say I'm otherwise engaged. And spare myself the arseache. Go on then.
I
What
like
is
that
it this
little
time?
repartee.
She said you would know. Here.
Krieger's Tates. Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but I can make it. Won't be easy, though. And I'll need help.
Oh,
Get
sure.
Gav and Otto in here, will you?
All right.
Gav! Otto! Can we just get them in? Yeah. If you make me run around the hideaway, just say, can you come and see Blackthorn?
So Lid's roped us all in here again, has she? Typical. Still, if that's what it takes to get her to visit Sid's grave, I'll do what I can.
And, what is it we need to do, exactly?
Take a look at this.
Everyone was stinking this leather.
It's this plating. The usual sword grade steel won't work. We need something that can get very hot, very fast, and still keep its shape. That means an alloy. Something that won't break or buckle at the temperatures she's talking about. Which is where you lot come in. I need materials, and I've got my work cut out already. You'll have to fetch them. Now, there's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Velcroy. Stardust, they call it. As for the rest of the stuff, my usual supply should have it in stock. It just needs buying and bringing back here.
Well, we'll get it done quicker if we split
We'll
up.
do the easy one where
One
we've
of us
just got to
probably
speak
give
to
you
a
an anchor
merchant.
from sand.
And the other can go and get the rest from this supplier.
Right then.
Well, make your minds up who's going where, we can get this over with.
I'll prioritise your quest giver. Letting off Steam 1. Don't think I didn't see that one.
You going after the Stardust then, are you?
Yeah.
Which one of these two lucky souls is going with you?
Gav, obviously.
Gav, you're with me.
All right, then. So, where do we find this Stardust stuff?
There's a river that
Velcroy,
runs through
is
the
it?
southern reaches of the Velcroy. It's the black sand that washes up on its banks that you're after.
Southern reaches of the Velcroy, eh? That's down past Dalamil.
Thank you for explaining that to me.
I'll go and
Human
scout the
other
place
side
out.
of the game.
See about hiring us a wagon to bring the stuff back to.
All right. I'll meet you by the river.
While you're off having a paddle, I'll pick up the rest of this stuff from Blackthorn's supplier. Take care.
We won't be
You
having a
two,
paddle. We're skinny dipping.
Don't go
Otto.
letting
It's
them
different.
fleece ya.
Fleece me? I'd like to see him try.
What I was thinking.
In your own time.
Got Alliant reports as well. There's just stuff aplenty to be doing. Yeah, let's just have a look. Yeah. Oh, very good. Yeah. No carrots for Joshua whenever he comes around. Thanks. Been a while since you've had anything goat.
How you doing?
Alright.
Here you go.
Okay. One in the Dalmatian Republic, where we're going. One in the Holy Empire of Sembrek. Well, let's go there then. And the Gav couldn't be asked going to Sembrek. He's like,
Good
I'll
day
meet
to
you in
you."
the desert. Can you not say who I am out loud, please, love? Literally an outlaw. Alright, Quentin. Been a while.
Ah, Clive. Your timing is exquisite, as always. I have a concern which you may be able to assist me with.
You remind me of someone. Who is it?
There are whisperings afoot of shadowy figures having been sighted outside the village.
That was me.
Rustlings in the undergrowth, suspicious noises.
Still me.
My people fear that
Bushwanking,
they are being
sorry.
watched. It may be no more than a surfeit of nerves, understandable in the current climate, or it may be the prelude to something altogether more dangerous. Given what I hope you'll forgive me calling your nose for trouble, I wondered if you might investigate.
I suppose so. We came all this way after all.
Excellent. You might begin by speaking with the good citizens of Lostwing. Listen to their tales, and make what you will of them.
All right.
You do?
I will.
I will prioritize your quest giver.
Right. Let's see what the people of the village have to say.
The village people, you might say.
This is just nerves, or something we need to take more seriously.
Hello, love, you all right? Yeah.
You all right, Sid? Something on your mind?
There is actually. Can I ask you something?
I thought you'd
Quentin
never
tells me
ask.
people have mentioned
Yes,
shadowy
yes,
figures
a
out in
million
the
times,
woods.
yes.
Have you noticed anything
that.
unusual?
Yes.
Oh, that. No, sorry, can't help you. I heard the rumours, mind, from the lads working over at the vineyard, but none of them has seen anything
What?
either.
All right. Thanks anyway.
Off we go now. Okay. Ah, there's the stairs. How the devil did you get up there from here? Oh, it's these stairs. All turned around. And yeah, it was dual-sided. You there, brushing the dirt floor. You seem mentally unwell. Maybe you can tell me what's going on.
Do you have a moment? There's talk of suspicious figures in the woods. Have you seen anything out of the ordinary?
Yes, this man turns up and just set fire to things. It's insane.
Sound of scraping metal, like someone sharpening a sword.
Where was this?
In Lorbert's Pass.
In Lorbert's
Was out
Pass?
foraging for herbs when I heard it.
Oh, you
Screeching
are a herb
out
woman.
from between the trees. Ran back here as quick as my legs would carry me. And I ain't been back since.
I see. I'll look into it. Thank you.
Is that enough then? Yes.
Seems Lorbert's Pass is our best bet then. What do you say, Torgal? Shall we go and investigate?
He says nothing. I was going to do, he says. There was a shiny there.
You there.
Fuck! He's seen us. Get them before they escape.
Black Shields. Here.
Oh, amazing. How did...
What the hell are you doing here?
I managed to spot
What is it to you? Not that we give a damn. All that matters to us is that you don't leave here alive.
Doesn't that mean sound? You literally mean nothing to me. I won't remember killing you in about 20 minutes time. Your entire lives ended by me without shit giving. Oh, who's the slut with all the spells then? You! Now's the time, I think.
were they here? Were they planning an attack on Lostwing? I need to warn Quentin.
He's already dead. HP 2022. That's last year live. 2023, boy. I just have this soundtrack on repeat once I finish the game. Hello, Quentin.
Clive, how goes the hunt for our sinister figures?
All dead, but slightly
found some
concerned.
black shields hiding near Lorbert's Pass. They're gone now.
They're gone now.
Black shields. The Empress's former bloodhounds. Though they serve another master now.
What?
One who means to root out and destroy both me and those I care for.
And you seem
and
so
it would
worried,
appear
Quentin.
the pack has finally caught the scent of its prey. Damn it all. I had hoped I would have more time than this. More time to prepare.
What?
But
Quentin?
if we are cornered, we have no choice but to bite back. And bite back we shall.
I'm sorry. You're going to need to explain. Who did the Black Shield serve now? And why would that person want you dead?
Because I want him dead.
Who?
The former Lord Chief Justice of Sanbreque. All that I have built here is for him.
I don't understand.
Right, yeah.
Why him? Why Lostwing?
I suppose it is better that you know the truth.
Well, yeah.
I was a member of the judiciary once.
I thought you seemed
So
a
sickened
bastard.
was I by the injustice of this world, I swore to fight it. And fight it I did in my own small way. I saw more than a few corrupt officials condemned to the very cells into which they had thrown blameless innocents. Men to whom the law was but a scourge to turn against the powerless. And throughout, it was the Lord Chief Justice who backed me, who was my one true ally in the quest to see justice done.
So what changed?
I discovered that he hunted bearers for sport. I was a fool to think he shared my hatred of venality and vice. His support for me was no more than a facade, a means of ridding himself of his rivals, a mask to hide the rot beneath. I filed suit against him immediately. His response, however, was rather more visceral.
Okay.
He had my entire family slaughtered, and he faced no punishment whatsoever. I lost everything.
filed a lawsuit. He slaughtered my loved
ones,
ones.
my
And it's the
livelihood,
Gordon Hoarders approach to
my position,
solving
the faith
problems.
I had once held that any modicum of justice might be achieved through the courts. So I set about enacting my own. I tracked down every soul who served him, and slit their throats myself. But the man himself proved an altogether more difficult target. With money and power come protection. And so I saw that I would need an army of my own. I came here to Lostwing and began recruiting like-minded individuals.
And
you haven't been helping people.
Everyone here knows this is why you do what you do.
Of course. They too have lost loved ones to the bearer hunts. Seen faultless friends sent to the gallows to spare the guilty. All under the watchful eye of the Lord Chief Justice. Our wounds are the same. And our cause is the same. We are comrades. And our revenge is already in motion. We know where he hides, how numerous and well-trained his guard. What we did not know until now, however, was that his plans may already be in motion too.
Let's talk at 10.
Our time is short. He may move against us at any moment, unless we move against him first. My friends and comrades, it begins. Make ready for war.
There's one bloke. Is he? Is that quest complete? Oh, blimey.
I'm not going to change his mind.
No. No, you are not. Okay. Have a look at me. His ignition. Okay. Would I? Oh, what else would I use it? You like lock in master abilities or something? Available. Yeah, mastered abilities. I thought so. Okay. So. Oh, it doesn't work like that. He's not his own thing. Oh, you can upgrade limit break though. I'll save up for that. I'll do that first. It does look cool, but we shall see. Let's go to the desert, and then I'm going to take a short break for a few minutes or so. Stretch the legs. Get a drink. Before we tuck into what's next. Play for a little bit longer after that. Because I bloody love it. Lovely. And yes, be back in about 5 minutes if anyone's still out there. Maybe not. Hello, Void. See you shortly. down a moment ago, realised we were close to the end of the music, so I thought I'd let the lovely song finish.
Known to man.
Matty, Master Baker!
Now, without so much as a by your leave.
What's the matter?
Master Baker, I see.
It's my apprentice. He up and vanished while my back was turned. I'd go and look for him myself, but I've got a bakery to run. A bakery that's now short one pair of hands. Loath though I am to rely on the kindness of strangers, I'm at a loss. Please, will you see if you can find him?
He's off shagging. We all know this. I'll see what I can do,
I'll see
but
what
he's
I
off
can
shagging.
Do you know where he might have gone?
I wouldn't be surprised if he was off somewhere mooning at Drake's Fang. He used to work there, you see. Poor fool left his heart in its hollow.
All right. Then that's where I'll start.
You know I destroyed that mountain, right? But I will prioritize your quest giver. Oh. Good job I have done the hunts. Just for having him be like, ah, that must be the bloke there. Yeah! Still just us two, is this? Gav's like, no, I'm here, but I'll wait. Just every so often I get really distracted by like the icon imagery up in the UI. Alright game, I was just trying to show off your bloody UI, you know what I mean? HUD? UI, I keep calling it UI. It is UI. There he is. Doesn't quite look the same, does it, lad?
Excuse me. What do you want? The
Yes,
baker sent me to find you.
Shite.
I am a sorry, selfish sod, aren't
If
I?
you turn around and look at him properly,
Certainly
you'll
not a
shit
baker.
yourself.
Master must have ruled the day he took me in. Time
Christian
was the
Bale.
sight of the Fang used to calm my nerves. But now look at her.
Yes, I did that.
I take it you missed the Mother Crystal.
I hated her, but she was all I knew. Worked her mines for years. And when she shattered, part of me shattered with her. I had to trade my pickaxe for a rolling pin, but I'm no good at baking.
How long's it been?
Lo-fi
Been about a
touch
day.
collapses. My bread's as hollow as I am. She was the only thing that could fill the hole inside me. Oh, I loved
Is
her.
that what this is about?
But now she's gone.
Bend over, think of
She's
England.
never coming back. What am I supposed to do?
I'll
I
fill
ask
that
her.
up.
How does a shell of a man learn to live again?
It was a fucking crystal. Express yourself! Remember the good times.
Perhaps you could express yourself in your work. If you miss the Fang, maybe you could recapture it
Big
somehow.
crusty loaf in memory of
Recapture
our
it?
big crusty crystal.
I'm a baker, not a...
Crystal stick maker.
You might just be right. What a fool I've been! I have to get back to the bakery right away. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. You've opened my eyes.
Wait.
My weight? Like, he's off, he's happy.
Suppose you won't be needing an escort then.
I mean, if there's one going, Clyde. Travel to the obelisk, I will. I'll travel to the obelisk. It's great. You look unsuspicious
I take
there,
it
Ferda.
Drake's Fang was your doing, Sid.
You really are quite the outlaw.
It's only a matter of time before the people learn of this and seek to apportion blame. Lie low is my advice.
Wouldn't give a flying fuck.
The finest fabric.
Take a sniff, good sir.
Hello, Matty.
There you are. The man who lit a fire under my wayward apprentice. Though I worry you might have stoked the flames a little too high. He damn near ran me down trying to get to my oven.
Master, it's ready. Behold the Drake's Balm. A truly unique creation.
I dare say it is.
Just look at it. A perfect likeness of the Fang herself. Her steepled peaks, her fulsome spurs, her inviting hollow. True, my loaves collapse more often than not, but what's the Fang without her crater?
This
What?
is disturbing.
No Fang at all. And look, inside. She's filled to bursting with a bounty of beautiful crystals. Salt crystals! Master, I have
salty,
found my purpose. I must use my work here to preserve the memory of the Fang.
Well, if it tastes half as unique as it looks, I'd certainly say you're onto something.
Make sure you get the naans done by 10, lad.
Not only is my apprentice back, but he's finally pulling his weight. With any luck, I might even have a new delicacy on my hands. I don't know how you did it, but you have my thanks.
I don't really know either. But I did. We did. We all came together right now over bread.
It would make a
My
fine.
carpets have pride of place in...
Castle Dasbog doesn't exist anymore, love. Need to update your sales pitch. How things in ruins hardly a fucking
Looks like I found the
going for
river.
that.
Where's Gav?
The question we always ask. Questionation nearby. There he is. Ah, you bastards.
Sorry to keep you, Gav.
Better late than never. I've had a quick scout
I'll
about,
do what I
and I
want.
reckon round here's our best bet if we want to grab as much of this Stardust stuff as we can. Don't know what Blackthorn's planning to do with it, though. I asked over in Dalamil, and they seem to think it was worthless. But if Stardust is what Blackthorn wants, Stardust is what he'll get. There's plenty of this stuff lying about, just begging to be bagged.
Begging to be bagged and bagging to
Then
be
let's
begged.
get bagging, shall we?
We shall. Race ya.
Lizards! Destination nearby. Yay!
So this is Stardust. It just looks like black sand to me.
Yeah, well, if it is. Oh, go on then.
After it.
How long have you had that meat in there, Clive? It's a bit disturbing. Remember, Gav, if you beat me, I'll have you executed. Oh. I thought I was getting a bit too far away. Wee. Where's the last one? Where is it? Seriously, where the fuck is it? I'm just looking for some fucking sand. Oh, of course, it's here in the fucking bush!
That should be enough for now. Let's see how Gav's getting on.
Getting near. Toggle up. petted you before. It's doing fuck all.
You finished? How much did you get?
Enough. I hope.
Legend has it that a star once fell from the heavens and punctured a hole in the Dalmacian desert, whence sprang forth the fountainhead of the river Velcroy.
Oh, you win. That might even be enough for old Blackthorn. Hey, before we go, do you mind if we have a chat?
Yes, I do. You're leaving? I'll kill you.
Feels like ages since we had the chance to talk. You know, man to man like.
It does, doesn't it?
Back when you first took Sid's name, we were talking all the time. Working out what to do in that.
Yeah, and then we figured it out and moved on.
Work out.
And there still is. Those shoulders of yours starting to feel the strain. Hardly ever see you around the Hideaway nowadays. Always on some errand or other. You can take a day off, you know.
Says the man who spends most of his time behind enemy lines.
Only 'cause you keep sending me there.
Haven't.
I know I can count on you, Gav.
Likewise. So you keep sending me wherever you need to, and I'll keep going. Safe in the knowledge that I have a home to come back to. Thanks to you.
Soon as well, then. There's a horrendous reckoning a-coming. We've gone several hours without. No major character has yet died on the good side.
Right. That's enough soppy shite for one day. We'd better get this lot back to Blackthorn before he slings his hammer at someone.
You go on ahead. And try to get some rest once you're there.
Oh, I plan to. Believe you
You
me.
go on ahead. You travel completely and utterly alone.
Gets what he needs, of course.
I'd much rather that than spend a single second with you.
Right. Ready to go home, boy?
Why didn't you? These blocked off inaccessible places. So mysterious. We'll get there one day, Torg. We'll get there one day. Until then, we'll just hide away. Yeah.
Let's hope this is all Blackthorn needs.
Hiya, Blackthorn. I hope this is all you need.
Blackthorn, got everything you need?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Cheers for the Stardust. Should be enough to be getting on with.
We should go out on maneuvers together more often. You know, it beats sneaking around on your Todd all the time.
We were
I'll make a start on putting this
not
thermal
together.
plating together then.
And this isn't one of
It'll
those
take some
we're
time,
not
mind.
together things.
So
It's
if
like,
you've got other things to be
I let
getting
you
on
there.
with, I could do without you
we
breathing
then
down
gathered
my
the
neck.
sand separately.
Thank you,
Had a
Blackthorn.
chat.
I'll let Mid know construction's
And then
underway.
I sent you on your way, on your own. Jesus Christ. Just throwing the shit at me.
Suppose we'd better be getting back to work too.
Give us a shout if you need anything.
Yeah, let me fall. So we've got 1487. Time to master this. Good stuff. How many icons am I missing? Like, it's a full circle. Probably not. Well, maybe they're actually Bahamut, Odin, Shiva. I'm missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. There's meant to be 8, isn't there? Odin, Bahamut, Shiva. It's the last one I can't think of. Move, cabbage boy.
We're seeing troops amassing at every...
Oh, got some renown unlocks, have we, Desiree?
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
Thank you
Your
very
benefactors are a generous lot.
The bearer's plight. Few are those who would strive to lighten the burden borne by the crystals cursed. But if we are to survive the coming storm, we must stand together, bearer and brother, as you have shown us a friend in Northreach.
You earned this. Best of luck out there, Sid.
Here's Liv. It was meant to be love, but we'll go with it.
I think Mid might need some help tidying up.
I'm saying, yeah, I don't really give a flying shit.
If I don't
Hello,
close
Mid.
soon.
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn started work on the plating.
Excellent. 1 down, 2 to go.
So, what's next?
The helm, of course.
Oh, yeah.
For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
Salvage from the ruins? I thought that material was all but impossible to work.
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need.
What a fucking
What's the name back there? I'll
coincidence.
give you all the details.
What's her name?
What's her name? Right.
A personal touch. Hey, boots. Are your boots going all the way up there? I'll work out the fashion of what you've got going on. Why isn't there a first person mode?
Oh,
Well,
Sid,
Brad.
is this about the helm?
Tis, yes.
Yes. Mid said I should speak with you.
I'll show you the plans then.
Ah,
Here you see the mithril engine, in which
Look at
mithril
that.
is burned to generate heat. That heat is then harnessed to produce motive force. Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacement stack, which disperses it into the surrounding air. Now, were we to rely on thermal plating alone to achieve this effect, the rate of excess heat buildup would far exceed the displacement coefficient of the plating. In other words, the reactor would overheat and eventually explode. This is where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as a sort of thermal sink to absorb all that excess energy. Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb levels of heat far above anything we are able to make today. And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them the perfect material for our protective hood. Why? If sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produced would tear the ship from
okay, your
stern
voice
to...
is on 1.5 times speed.
I understand.
Just.
Mid said we might be able to use parts of a fallen ruin. Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. It's in Lorbert's Pass, near Lostwing.
Fucking just
thing
there.
is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. You see, a certain unwanted visitor has taken up residence there. It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's, going to be considerably more dangerous than that.
I see. Then I suppose I'd better deal with this unwanted visitor for you. Would that help?
Human about?
Oh, very much. Thank you, Sid. I'll gather my team and head there right away. We'll meet you outside the ruins.
Bloody marvelous as well. I'll accept your quest, Questgiver. She's gone. She's old. Another woman being out of my life. Oh, sorry, still here. On we go. It's not Lawbird's Pass, is it? Oh, yes, it is. There it is. Lawbird's Pass. There's that little bit. We'll go to this end just because you can get straight on Chocobo. You can get Chocobo straight. There you can. Yeah, right on Chocobo.
Come on.
Route it is. Off we go now. Morgan. Hello.
Thanks, girl.
What's a girl? I keep forgetting that. I mean, Ambrosia, I should have known.
Oh, there you are, Sid. Thanks so much for coming. The, ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you,
Wait.
would you mind?
Would you mind?
Of course. I'll be right back.
Be right back. Imagine this is what killed Sid forever. Clive. His real name is Clive. Sid has been killed forever. I just got to get to Shiny.
Anybody home?
My God, it's Toggle.
This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go.
Lovely that. What? It's so weird. I was trying to kill you. I grab you by the eye. Oh, I got overexcited. You weren't staggered yet. I mean, you are now. La 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 la. I'm ready to go shit. Bring you down to me. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. 100,000 gil.
The things I do for you, Mid.
Sid! Oh, thank goodness you're safe.
You shouldn't have any
That
trouble
wasn't
now.
real. That wasn't one from Cundoo.
Don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
See that you do.
Right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
The Eye of the Warrior. Funny, because we fought a creature with just the one eye. I see what you did there. I'll leave you to it. I'll go back to Hideaway. The Clive away. Should have called it that.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border.
I hope I get some more hunts soon. I'm really loving them, you know. Oh, so much fun.
I think Mid might need some help.
Shut up, Joss, you scholar.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid. Helena has recovered the material for the
Who
helm.
the fuck's Helena?
She'll be along shortly.
Excellent. Another job well done.
And just one remaining.
Right. Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shielding.
Yeah, we
A
know all
prism
this.
for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside.
We got a bloody dragon
thick
on
layer of
board.
tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started.
And that's no good, is
I
it,
need
Mitch?
something light. But I've wrapped my brains and I just can't think what to do it.
Because we couldn't get a submersible to retrieve
Well,
it
if I
either.
were
It
in
blew
need
up.
of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Harpocrates.
Tomes? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here.
It's
Can you take this
amazing,
to him,
love.
see what he makes of it?
I'll give it a go.
Right away.
Yeah, Mom. Should we go other way? We'll see if we can.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in. Why would anyone?
Mid hasn't been
Okay. I see what we've got going on here. Boom. Didn't expect that, were you? And you. Hi, dog.
Thanks to Sid.
Hello. Hello, Tubs.
Harpocrates.
Have you found Zadane's
Do you have a
body yet?
moment?
For you, Clive, always.
Well, actually, it's for Mid this time. Could you take a
Oh,
look at
then
this?
no. A baffling diagram.
Shielding for a mithril engine. Whatever will that
How
go
many
think
times
of
do I need
next?
to see this shit? I don't know.
What are these notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can
Can
imagine,
you think of anything,
she's
Jones?
struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
No to both, I'm afraid.
Perhaps
Couldn't be fucked.
it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike.
Yeah.
And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
Yeah.
We have. But
So what you're
Bardock
saying
must
is we're
varnish every
idiots.
board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelisk complains that without a constant supply of pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames.
How does Clive know
Before
this?
the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragonfire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection it requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obelisk might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer.
Carpenters?
If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Hippocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
What? Taya and Jill. Why'd you take
So
the
you need a
physical
hand,
out?
do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help.
To market.
And some company too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always.
Taking Taya,
Well,
obviously.
if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive.
I will prioritize your quest giver.
So, Clive, have you made your decision? Who
Yep,
will accompany
Taya.
you on your little excursion?
Just because it's funny.
All right. So, what are we fetching?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a
I'm not going
list.
to say it, just
Here.
think it.
Garlic? Conch shells? Are you sure this is the right list? Looks like the ingredients for someone's supper.
Though
It's
these
all right.
items may seem mundane, they have potent
Salami,
effects
garlic,
that are
nuts,
rarely
steak,
exploited.
ale.
Effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moon dews having fallen from favor. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Well, isn't that convenient? I was hoping to be able to make a trip over that way sometime soon. Need to speak to an old acquaintance. I'll meet you there.
All right. Stay safe.
Again, don't get why we're travelling separately.
See you later, Clive.
Good luck with your
Cheers.
research.
Human. She is absolutely fuming. She didn't let it show, she just took it like a champ, and I can respect that.
Where's Taya?
We'll never know. Is that her? Is she the big glowing obelisk? Oh no, she's the redhead over there.
Keep them pilchards nice and chilled.
Need to stock up on
I won't
these.
have use.
There you are, Taya.
Ah, and there you are. We shouldn't have any problems finding what we need in a place like this. But if time is of the essence,
A market,
perhaps we
yeah.
should split up. Take a few items each.
All right. What shall I look for?
Let's see now. Why don't you take the garlic and the pepio nuts? Meet me by the gate when you've got them.
Okay. Garlic and nuts. What
Do you see
new
anything
thing do
you
you
like?
mentioned? Raging fists.
Come back again.
I thought Grimwell will.
What do you want?
Pepio nuts, please.
Go on. Take it.
There's talk that the glass... How the hell is anyone supposed to...
Hello.
What can I interest you in today?
Garlic, please.
I trust it's all here.
That should do it. Hopefully Ty is finished too.
Cuts. Come and get them.
Yes.
You'll not
Good job we
find
split up and saved ourselves the time. I couldn't find something,
Well,
Clive.
did you find everything?
I did. Here.
Garlic and Pepio nuts. I'm not reading them.
Garlic and Pepio nuts. Job done. We should get this back to Tomes then. He'll be waiting. But we're not in too much of a rush, are we? Quick chat.
I assumed you'd have a little chat. What's going on with you, Ty? Why have you grown your hair with that weird long ponytail?
Do you know, I think this is the very first time we've been out on an errand together.
I think you might be right.
In all the years since you
Always
and
remember me
that scowl
first,
of
love.
yours first appeared, you haven't invited me out once. For shame.
You're the
Well, it seemed long overdue. And you did say you had some shopping to do.
I was hoping to restock my supplies of herbs and liniment, yes. You and Jill alone burned through them like wildfire. No luck, though. My usual supplier's not here, and I refuse to pay the prices these gougers charge.
Oh, well,
ask
you
Karen
have to
when we
stay
get
back at
back.
Hideaway for the next 5 years.
What is it?
Oh, just memories. I came here with Sid once, shopping for
shiny
supplies,
red around
just
the
like
side.
today. And
She
just like
reflecting in the
today,
water.
I came away empty-handed. Sid even
She
said
is
he'd speak
reflecting
to
in the
Karen for me
water.
when we got back.
I think
It
there's
has
something
really been 5
wrong
years.
with that.
I remember it as if it was yesterday.
It wasn't. How's Anne doing then? See that?
Does that mean it's been 5 years since we met? Feels a
The
lot
rap-
longer.
Yeah, a little over.
It does. In a good way, of course. Thank you, Taya,
For what?
for everything. I just want you to know that all you've done for us, all you still do, it's appreciated.
Do you think I'd stick around if I thought it wasn't? But
Yes.
in the spirit of sharing
You're a
and
bearer
caring,
on the run. You've nowhere fucking else to go.
you're appreciated too. By all of us.
Good, because if I'm not, I fucking kill you. It's how I rule. If I can't be love, it can only be terror.
Well, I think we've tarried long enough. I ought to get these ingredients back to Tomes so he can make up this concoction of his. I'll meet you back at the Hideaway, all right?
All right. And thanks again.
I heard you the first time.
There really need to be 3 big fetch quests. Oh, see what you've done to me with that. I need a bit more excited. I did the HUDs too soon. I should have brought things up with them. Never mind. Let's get back. Let's see if we can get some excitement going and leave it on a cliffhanger, shall we? Holmes, you old
I wonder how Hippocrates is getting on with the
fucker.
moon dew.
How the devil is you doing? Hiya! Hiya!
How's work on the shielding progressing, Hippocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And
Have we
thanks
even
in no
told me
small
this is what
part
we're doing?
to your kind
We just
assistance.
turn up with a load of garlic
I
and
was
nuts
just
and go.
explaining to Taya how we might best go about preparing the moon dew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have.
All of them make
What
you
about the
rock
shielding itself?
fucking hard, Clive.
Work is underway, under the
see.
watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course.
Got a gossip about Clive and how much you can see his dick
Oh, and
in
Clive.
that leather.
It was good to talk. We should do it again sometime.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the moon dew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other. Followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Hippocrates.
I prioritised your quest giver. And it got bloody well done, didn't it?
Well, I'd better go and give Mid the good news then.
Off we go now.
Thanks to Sid.
Have they just been progressing to different beds all the way throughout? I've not kept up with it. I missed the chicken from the first Hideaway. Well, both of them. The way I'd run at them, scare them to half to fucking death. Then do it again. Good times.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
Hello, Midlove.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid.
Midlove?
You'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. A coating that should provide the protection you need.
Well,
he's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Don't thank me. I'm just the errand boy.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer!
To the wall!
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stacks.
Didgeridoo-dahs.
Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside.
Having a
You
fight?
get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way!
You big flares.
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is going to require some precision walloping.
Some precision walloping. Sometime later. Fucking hell, the size of it. Is that it? Looks like shit.
It's finished! It's finally finished!
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Well, can they?
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
If you need someone to toss you off, mate, I'm always here.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming.
You need to go and see your dead dad.
Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the Blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want it to be that. I don't want it to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate.
I want to conquer the 7 seas and bring this empire to
I want people
heel.
to sail a border by choice,
What?
not from the lack of it.
Oh.
In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of
Hello,
you.
me.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
8
Right.
months ago.
There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. He's in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
The ship's not ready yet, so you can't call me captain. Oh. Oh. Well, I guess we're putting off things a little bit longer. No new hunts, though. So let's do the less important one. Weird signs. Let's do the less important one first, eh? See what the devil's going on. I got so confused.
He cracked the crystal.
It's a
too.
bloody missive.
Joking.
Absolute mad lad. Wow, okay. Strap in. Off the record. I was thumbing through the Hideaway ledgers at Otto's behest and might have come across something you might need your attention. Maybe. And by that I mean immediately. You know where I'll be. Goat. Answer goat summons. Yes.
Trouble with the ledgers. Shouldn't he be asking Otto for help?
I will prioritize your quest, Gaskadar. A bad feeling. Clive, something ain't right with that hound of yours. When it pleases your lordship, come pay me a visit at all. Karen. Fancy Lady Karen summons. Yeah, it's about fucking Torgal.
What could be wrong with Torgal? You seemed well enough when I last saw him.
I'm gonna look through the thing. I'll prioritize your quest, Gaskadar. About Blackthorn. This is an important one as well. Cheers for your help dragging Blackthorn out the dumps the other day. It's been months. Thing is, I reckon he's gone and thrown himself back in, judging by the droop in his jowls lately, so I'm thinking maybe it weren't just the leather that was on his mind. You think? Maybe there's other demons jabbing their pitchforks into his privates I know you're a busy bloke, but next time you find yourself free, maybe we could go and ask the old bastard's what's got him so hot and bothered, assuming it ain't just the forge, August. Yes.
Hopefully it's nothing. But I should speak to Blackthorn just in case.
I will prioritise your quests, Chris. I've got 3 prioritised quests. So we'll start with you, Karen. What's up with Torgal?
I got your note. You think something's wrong with Torgal?
So you can read. Congratulations. I didn't say I were wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He's not been eating me treats. He used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled brown, but now he won't so much as look at them.
He's got refined taste.
Which is why I'm of a mind that his mind's on something else.
He's a dog.
You've not been working him too hard, have you?
I don't couldn't give a shit.
Is that it, boy? Do you need a rest?
What was it you said he was? A frost wolf?
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it is that's woken inside him.
It would make sense.
I suppose things have been different since Rosalith. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything, you mean? Perhaps.
Let's go see. Oh, Torgy. Tomes, be a useful old chap and make sure my dog isn't dying.
Lawsman,
she'll be next.
I need to ask you about Torgal. Something's not right with him.
He isn't ill, is he?
He wants to breed.
I don't think so. But according to Lady Karen, he seems to have lost his appetite, which is certainly a new development. She says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it may have something to do with what happened at Rosalith Castle.
I rather think she might be right, though not about his appetite. All canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones for the rich marrow that resides within, and I see no reason why a frost wolf should be any different. Accordingly, I suspect it is not a lack of appetite that afflicts Torgal, but a surfeit of it.
What?
If we assume that his newfound magics require additional nourishment to sustain, it may well be that the bones Lady Karen is accustomed to providing are no longer sufficient.
His taste change
after
is
all,
too good for them.
habitually prey upon far larger animals, whose bones may yield altogether different nutrients. As to where one might find a suitable substitute, some antelopes that graze the meadows of eastern Rosaria have been known to grow to a size more than double that of their lesser cousins.
I don't recall ever seeing any that large.
And little wonder. The oldest and largest such creatures rarely leave the safety of the highlands for fear of predators. The last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about took place near Cressida, and that was long before the village was abandoned.
Even so, it seems like a good place to start.
Good hunting, Clive.
Okay. A bit more exciting than I expected. Off we go. Whee! Come on, boy. I'll get you some juicy bones. I'm not even going to pretend that was sexual because he's a good boy. And he deserves a nice doggy.
Come on.
Away we go. Oh, talk to me, Apple Watch. Shouldn't have done that. Shiny! Excuse me. So sorry. The Gloom Widow, I bloody well hope so. If I had a widow and she weren't gloomy, I'd haunt the bitch. Splish splash, oh you're taking a bath. Minotaur? But he's massive at all.
is certainly quiet. If I were a giant antelope, it would seem like just the place.
And none of these were here before.
I doubt we'll find one bigger than that. You hungry, Torgal?
Oh!
Stay down!
Get away from me! Tons of them.
You're finished.
Blade. Yeah.
Now. Will it be enough, I wonder?
Look at his eyes. What are you doing? He looks happy enough.
I say that answers my question. Which means we owe the lawsmen our thanks. You're just a big puppy, aren't you? A very big puppy.
Yeah, he is. A big, lovely puppy.
You do know you can take that with you, Torgal. Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you've got your appetite back. Come on, boy.
Yeah, but how are you going to sustain that? You know what I mean? How is he going to sustain it? Just don't know how he's going to sustain the influx of rare elder antelope femurs. Do you? I bloody well don't. Hiya.
I noticed you and Torgal had gone off somewhere. Take him for a walk, did you?
I must have been gone for fucking
You could say that.
days. Like, what the fuck?
So, Molly's leftovers weren't good enough, eh? That'll teach me for treating you like you're still a pup. All right, no need to shout. Now we know what you're after, I can see about getting some in.
Speaking of which, I brought one for later. Can I leave it with you?
5 of them.
You can, eh? I'm nice like that. In return, you can thank Tomes for me. The bloody know-it-all.
I was just on my way to see him.
Really? Fine. It's just one extra step. Go on, please. Hello, Tomes.
Ah, Clive.
That's
Were you
me.
able to locate your quarry?
We were
I didn't go to the
indeed,
quarry, I
Lawsman.
went and killed some
You
antelope
pointed us in
in
exactly the
Cressida.
right direction. And Torgal's been a very happy hound ever since.
Very good, very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way, for your part in solving the mystery.
Ah. But that reminds me. After your last visit, I found myself pondering Torgal's talents. Do you
Did you?
recall our conversation concerning Lady Jill's role in Torgal's transformation?
Yep, still haven't forgiven it.
About how she somehow woke the power within him.
Precisely that. A reasonable conclusion, I thought. But one which raised certain questions in my mind. You see, the Fenrir of legend served Shiva and Shiva alone. And while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply they are somewhat different in nature to those you described Torgal as having used.
What are you suggesting?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than one icon's power. Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion to you, your brother, and even the late Cid. In short, the icons hitherto near at hand, or should I say at poor, have been diverse and plenty, and that number has only grown as the realm's dominance have fallen to your sword. One can but speculate as to how all of this has affected Torgal.
He has seemed
He's
more
a wonder dog.
fierce of late.
And if I am not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still. We are fortunate indeed to be able to count him amongst our allies and
He's
not
going to kill
our
me and usurp
adversaries.
it and become Sid the Third. Whoop.
Oh, he's more than an ally.
He's a
He's a
very
friend.
good boy. Wunderbar. Caval's Fang. Oh. Please don't. I've totally forgot you can see Torgal stuff. What is this? Leading looser. Oh no, I have to wear it. Good then. Hello. With him. He's happy. He can smell them. Right, we'll go do slightly less important quest number 2. See about Blackthorn. There was another one somewhere, wasn't there? Yeah, it was there.
Tomes helped to build.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Hello, goat.
Clive, did you get my letter?
That's why I'm here.
Shh. Otto won't be listening.
Is
There's
this
me
better?
just staring them down.
A little. Listen, I've some bad news. It
Who do you need
turns
to
out
kill?
the Hideaway may be
And rob.
slightly behind in its payment to certain lenders, and it's maybe my fault. But I swear to the goddess, I thought I had the numbers square. Sadly, that square turned out to be more of a circle. 0, you might say. I can straighten it out,
How's
I
Muggins
swear,
here got to
but
do spreadsheets?
it's going to take some time, and I'm going to need help keeping it from Otto.
Be
Might be
late
if
for
you're
that,
telling me.
I'd say.
There you are! What a surprise!
So let me get this straight. You forget to pay our lenders what they're due, and instead of coming straight to me, you get Clive to come to you. And I hope he'll dig you out of the hole you've dug for yourself. Clive, the man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt.
He's a fucking
And you
idiot.
thought
I
this
thought
was a
that.
cunning plan. Why? Well, who needs paying?
Oh, just Martha. And the dame. And, well, Lady Karen. But only 500 talents.
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5 million gil.
Each. 5 million each. They lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the Hideaway, you see, and, well, I must have made some sort of oversight.
Those ledgers were my responsibility. And it was my decision to
That's where
entrust them to
talent
you.
is.
This is my fault.
Do we have that much to hand? I can always ask my uncle.
No, we don't. And no, you won't.
Didn't we take like
You
5
lighten
million from
Lord
him? Or
Rossfield's purse
did he
enough.
say 2,000?
After the king's ransom we had off him, he deserves
2
better than to
billion
see our
gil?
begging bowl. Besides, we'll need to learn to stand on our own if we're going to make this work.
All right. But that doesn't mean you have to shoulder the burden yourself. Is there
I've
anything I
got
can do to
100
help?
grand, yeah.
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to Martha and the dame?
Rocks.
I owe you.
Rocks, he says. Worth 1,000 talents apiece, these are.
A little something Sid and I set aside for
Oh,
when
are they?
times got lean. And I reckon reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies. I just hope our associates' eyes are a bit more discerning than yours.
I'm sure there will be.
Should be me making the rounds, really.
So why aren't
you? You know how it is with this place. Orders to bark, arses to wipe, and all that.
Yeah, it's my place.
Which is why I don't mind going in your place.
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because you'd rather Lady Karen killed me.
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you. Yes.
Well, I suppose this is goodbye then.
Don't worry. I'm sure Karen will understand.
Yeah.
Really? Do you think so?
No, I don't.
Right, so here we're going to Martha and the dame, of course, Isabel. How do we owe you 5? How have you got 5 million? Fucking stay to this place.
Clive, we weren't expecting you.
I wasn't expecting to be here, but it seems we still owe you a considerable amount of coin for your help with our rebuilding efforts.
Doesn't seem that
Though I doubt it's what you were expecting. We were hoping you'd take this as payment.
One of 3 brilliant gemstones acquired and set aside by Sid for a rainy day. Otto now deems that day to have arrived and wishes to use the rubies to pay off 3 outstanding debts to Lady Karen Martha of Martha's Vest and Isabel of the Vale. This is one of the only times where the animation actually
Star
suits
ruby? I can't accept this. It's worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you can find yourself the right buyer.
Think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out I charged that much, no one would ever borrow from me again. Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about this? I'd have expected Otto. Bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it? The old goat working himself to death again.
I'm not actually fighting people.
Most days I think he's the only reason the Hideaway's still standing.
He
Same
is,
as always,
because he
eh?
literally runs the place.
Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander, word is he was the first one Sid reached out to. Probably knew that without his strong arm and level head, the idea would never get off the ground. Sid may have been the face of the Hideaway, but Otto's always been the backbone. And when Sid passed away, we were all worried that would be the end of it. That Otto would just give up.
His death was hard on everyone. But it must have hit Otto hardest of all.
But he didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact.
He's still there.
If I recall, he was the one who nominated you as Sid's replacement, and rallied the rest around you. I reckon what he saw in Sid, he saw in you too.
Yes, it was
Don't we
removed. I
all?
stole him.
Doesn't hurt that you're half as stubborn and twice as handsome, neither. That, and you keep good company.
I suppose I do.
You're talking about Torg, all right. Suppose I do. Just walked away. We're done. Enough of this gay banter. Had an Xbox moment then, I was like, X. But I pressed the bottom button and it worked, and that is A. Sorry, PlayStation.
There's talk that the Glassgate flood has finally spread to the world.
Did you hear? The gates to heaven.
About the bird? Is that the bird? Bird's the word.
What am I going to do with that sweet
Isabel.
water and olive talc?
Milady, I come bearing gifts.
Gift?
Get your rubies out.
Whatever is the occasion.
Want a shag at it? I'm only messing. We owe you £5 million.
Oh my. Clive, you really have outdone yourself.
Otto asked me to give it to you. To settle the Hideaway's debt with the Veil. And to compensate you for the time it took us to do so.
You disappoint me, Clive. I thought you might finally be warming to me.
The star
Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. I tried to tell him as much the first time around.
Give you
the man owes me nothing, nor does the Hideaway. My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly. It was the least I could do.
You once told me Sid did you a kindness.
Give me Ruby then.
I'd like to do the same. Please, accept it. For my sake. And for Otto's. For all of us. For all you've done.
It is rather fetching, isn't it?
Oh. What the fuck
Very
did you
well.
do? I want to shit it out.
Otto is
I'm
lucky
delirious.
to have you, Clive.
What am I doing?
I doubt anything could ever replace his son. But you and the others at the Hideaway are the closest thing he has to family.
Otto had a son.
Oh, good. We didn't know that. Okay.
Long ago, yes. Sid told me Otto lost him when he was just a boy, and blamed himself for not being able to stop it. I don't know how it happened, whether there was anything he could have done, but it was clear that it weighed heavily on him.
I didn't know.
How could you have? I doubt anyone did. Besides Sid, I've never met a man more keen to bear his sorrows in stoic silence.
That's our Otto, though.
Habit, given that both have always been surrounded by friends desperate to help them.
I'm beginning to see that.
As well.
Go will want to know the stones were delivered. If he's still...
I did just give you 10 million. More if you know the right buyer. And something tells me you know the right buyer indeed, my dear. You know the right buyer indeed. Hello, goat.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Have to look at nectar. He's so deliciously fluffy.
Goat. Still alive, I see. So Lady Karen accepted the ruby.
Ah, about that.
There you go and speak to her.
I tried my best, but she was just too stubborn to take it. She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me I could stick my stupid stone where the sun don't shine.
Karen refused payment.
I hope it wasn't something I said.
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever. Let me see what I can do.
Oh, wonderful. I hope you have better luck than I did.
What is going on, eh? Please don't make me keep running back and forth. It'd be talk to Karen and that's the end of it, but something tells me I'm going to go back to Goat and then I have to come back over here and speak to Blackford. Never mind. Getting our steps in. I'm not, I'm says here on my
Lady Karen. Goat tells me you weren't happy with our offer. Would you prefer the debt was repaid in coin?
What debt?
So.
I don't recall lending any of you lot me hard-earned gil. I may have tossed a talent or two in the Hideaway's coffers, but those were donations, and you can hardly call it charity if you go asking for it back.
Of course not. But one good turn deserves another. And our circumstances have changed. Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper who happened to have become a prince.
Oh,
well, you think a lot of
so you're a prince now, are you?
She was always going to roast you for that.
But I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest whether you like it or not.
Can I have it? As opposed to the Hideaway, please.
Where'd you even get this? A decent trader might nab 1,000 talents for a star ruby. A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sid the Outlaw himself and ask twice as much. Might be I already have a buyer in mind. Might be you even know her. A fine continental maid whose beauty's only eclipsed by a guile in commerce. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all. Just be sure to tell her that it's always a pleasure doing business.
No idea who we're on about.
I hear you ended up delivering all 3 stones. Thanks to this lump. I sometimes wonder what I pay you for.
Speaking of which, I still haven't been paid last month's wages.
Oh, so you remember what's owed to you then? Get your ass behind that disc of yours and don't get up before those ledgers are square. Right away.
Yes. How are they getting paid?
I've seen that before.
Yeah, yeah.
Goblet.
Plenty of times. It was the only goblet Sid ever used. Either out of habit, or because the filthy sod couldn't be bothered to find a clean one.
I knew so little about him.
Like most people.
Martha and the Dame both seem to have fond memories of him.
Martha and the Dame.
They do.
Martha
How long
and
did you
the
know
Dame.
Sid before he...
Yeah, it was Martha and the Dame.
Before he died.
How's that sorting ledgers? What do you do?
20 summers, give or take. Back in the day, I was a purser on a trade ship, which is where I met him. He bought passage to, forget where. And having nothing better to do on the long nights, we sat up drinking island rum till the morning bell dragged me back to my duties. Quit my post not long after that, on account of making a fine maiden's belly fat. But me and Sid stayed close, promising we'd one day sail the seas again.
Because I didn't give a shit about the child to come.
Before fate stepped in and said she was having none of it. The magic woke inside my son soon after his first name day, and there was no hiding his knack.
Couldn't you and your family have?
My family were the ones who summoned the constable, wanted the monster taken away.
Of course.
I couldn't turn my back on him. Forget what I felt. And I couldn't for the life of me understand how they could. Luckily, Sid was of the same mind as me. It was him who stood beside me when all I wanted was to tear the whole world down. Him who cried for me when I had no tears left of my own. Him who swore he'd do everything he could to stop it from happening again.
Or is he dead?
And he was true to his word too.
These are goats.
Left the Royal Army once and for all. His ranks, his ribbons, gone. Just like that. Threw away everything he had. All to right a wrong that no one else had the courage to face. I knew then I'd follow that man to the ends of the earth.
Because we love sailing. Sorry, I was only half listening. So I assumed that was it.
He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie.
I miss you, Sid.
And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith in steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall.
And you failed, Otto. He's dead.
But I couldn't even do that.
Exactly. That is the lesson to take away from all this.
Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man.
I did and I was.
Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
5 million gil.
This is Sid's handwriting.
Much of his handwriting did you actually see to remember?
Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once.
Oh.
Before he went.
It might be the length of time I've been recording and stuff, but that's made me a bit emotional.
Why would he? Him or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off.
Well, a complex man feelings going on right now, people. That's what you're witnessing here. And that's it. 0.8 seconds and done.
Both of you. It was never just me keeping the Hideaway afloat. It was all of us.
Especially Torgal.
I just shoved people in the right direction. I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
What are you doing?
Would you rather go at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Otherwise, we are absolutely, utterly fucked.
Before you go,
fucking idiot.
Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine.
I mean, you've got more chance of that note getting damaged than the goblets, but fine.
Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
You got another one of those rubies, I wouldn't say no.
Already have.
Definitely should. That would have been funnier. If we got any more of those rubies. This is fine. More than that. I won't have it said that I'm a poor host. Never once watched its goblets by using it for wine and beer. All been there. Oh, that was
It told me she was building a ship.
That was well worth doing a little bit of grunt work. Right, let's see what's going on with Blackthorn. Then we're going to see the scientist shit, and then... Oh, then, baby. We'll see what's next.
Blackthorn, you have a moment.
Try and get a bit of excitement.
Not really, no.
This won't take long. I just wanted to ask how you're getting on. August was worried about you, that you might still be doubting your craft, even after learning the trick of that cuirass. Is there something else weighing on your mind?
No.
Perhaps sharing your thoughts.
I'm a man. I have no deep, complex thoughts, emotions, or
Just like a dog with a bone.
Now, is it the femur of an
Still,
elder?
You've got a keen eye out
Get to
for
that.
It's just, well, Karen showed me something. Something I've never seen before.
They're called
There
tits.
was a sword. An odd-looking thing with a single-edged blade. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me, the edge on it. You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home before he even realised he'd been cut.
So that's what's troubling you?
No. Not troubling me exactly. More distracting. Can't stop thinking, how do you get an edge that sharp?
Like my
Driving
mind,
me mad.
quick.
And if you knew how to do it, we could arm the curse breakers with even better blades.
That's about the size of it, yeah.
I'll see what I can find out. Sharper swords are always welcome.
better
We can't
blades.
have our master blacksmith being distracted.
You might.
You're a
It
soft
is
touch, you know
fun
that.
with a hammer.
But I can't say I'm not grateful for it. Good luck, eh?
Thank you.
one.
Let's see what
This is
Karen
for
knows
you.
about this sword.
Karen, it's me again.
You're looking well, Karen.
What
What do you want? Out with it.
I want to know about the sword you showed
I
Blackthorn.
love it.
Single-edged and extremely sharp.
Running around after him again, are you?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out how to work an edge like that. It's driving him to distraction.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go straight into private collections.
Oh, so it from
Which made it
abroad,
nice
is
and
it?
easy finding a buyer.
Can you tell me who bought it? Where is it now?
You think I tell people who my clients are? Suppose you're
tell
not
us.
likely to go nicking him off me, are you now? Fine. If you stop mooning at me like that.
Cut to.
Lord Ignac's the man you want. Dalmekian bloke. Collects weapons and the like. And he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of my favourite clients. Reckon
can
he'll
see
still
that.
be at the inn in Dalamil, where I left him.
Thank you, Karen.
Okay.
Oh. And he's a touch eccentric. If you take me meaning.
I'll take me
I
uncle.
appreciate the warning.
We allow back into the inn now. Or are we still out in the out?
People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
The whole mother crystal gone. What are we gonna do?
Calm yourself. We don't know for sure. It could have just been a tremor.
Nah, it's gone, mate. Let's be 100% clear on that. It is absolutely gone.
Here, you. Listen, I've got this theory. Before,
Yeah.
I don't think they all fell. Some of them are still living among us. You could be one of them.
Maybe it is.
I could be one of them.
Baby, you're a rich man.
Back again,
70.
are you? Any more trouble and you'll be barred for life, however deep your friends' pockets might be.
We like that, babe. Tell him.
Welcome.
Who are you?
If you're hoping for a bed, I'm afraid you'll have to look elsewhere.
We can just
One of our
do
wealthy
it
patrons has
in the
purchased the use of
road.
every room, hoping to keep out the riffraff, as he puts it.
Ah. Thank you, boy. No, could it be this one room that they've designed? Yes.
My
Maybe I'd round about
reputation
two
will be
steps forward.
ruined. Ruined!
Good.
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac, I beg of you.
Before you do
yourself a mischief.
Pardon the intrusion, but
Out! Get out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed. Leave me be!
Please, allow me to apologize.
No.
His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's never been fond of guests arriving unannounced.
Announced.
Radim! Get rid of the filthy oaf this instant!
Very good, Lord Ignac. Would you mind stepping outside for a moment?
Oh, it's a fight, is it? Fucking come at me then, old man. You've got some fucking balls, I'll give you that. With a mean left hook.
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? No. That's just how his lordship is. Though the morning's events have left him somewhat fractious. He has been dispossessed of his luggage, you see. The thieves also made away with a considerable amount of coin. Coin the innkeeper will soon be keen to collect.
How do they manage that?
And I'd suppose a certain blade was among the stolen items. A single-edged sword. It was purchased from a merchant friend of mine.
Ah, You know Lady Karen?
Do indeed.
Yes, I'm afraid it was.
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage. But I have one condition.
You have but to state it. You are welcome to anything that is within my power to grant.
I want an audience with Lord Ignac. A
Oh,
few
that
minutes
would
should
be
be
possible.
enough. Then I'll be on my way.
A condition I would be a fool to refuse. Of course, you shall have your audience.
I don't suppose you saw where the thieves went.
I did not, no. Though some discreet inquiries made on his lordship's behalf mean that I know where you might find them. The bandit's bed. Every ill-gotten coin in Dalamal is said to pass through that disreputable corner of the Valcroy.
And that's where I'm heading.
What will they think of next?
I shall speak to Lord Ignac in your absence and arrange for an audience upon your triumphant
give your dog
return.
a massive femur bone.
That will be very kind of you.
This old
Farewell.
man sending me on a
Best of luck.
Just that this old man isn't as good as Tomes. Oh dear. Where are Ambrosia? You doing hiding behind there? You silly bean. Away we go. Hello, Scorpion. Hello, Scorpion. Oh, Torgal, I saw that. You ran into the scenery, you silly boy. Hey. Oh yeah, but about an hour or so ago, I was talking about how the icons distracting. For some reason, against this brightness of the desert, like on the top left, it just the imagery is gorgeous. But I think it's slightly translucent as well, like the red. Can't be sure. Yeah, like, it's just really, really nice, really stunning. Pops, pops, it does. Plip plop, plip plop, plip plop, plip plop, plip plop, plip plop, plip. Oh.
We've got company. Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head
Well,
off.
make your bed then. We've got company.
There's a
Oh, you. Let's get rid of these because they'll heal the bastard. Oh, he's dead, I'm afraid. Oh dear, oh dear. Sorry, son. The innkeeper. Oh. Bit too early. Still too early. That one was just right. Come on down.
Let's try.
Oh, look at that. Lovely backfire. Oh, that wasn't quite right. But it's alright. Get our bits done now.
To me, boy.
Trigger. Oh, I'm sorry, Sonny Jim. Good Good to get a bit of fighting done again. Will anything ever make me feel the thrill of Atlas's chase?
This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing seems to be damaged.
Gave me dog a massive femur bone.
Let's get it back to Darnell.
Old man's not as good as Tom. See, fucking fantastic. On YouTube, I'll just edit that in and you'll never know.
I hear I have you to thank for the return of my effects. What shall I call you, my good man?
Wyvern. Glad to make your acquaintance.
A formidable name indeed. Well, Wyvern, I appear to be in your debt. Redeem here tells me you wished for an audience. Is that all?
Yes. A few moments of your time should suffice, yes.
Oh, you're a peculiar fellow, Wyvern. All right, speak.
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could tell him about a certain single-edged sword.
I can speak for myself.
Recently acquired.
Thank you.
Oh, a true work of art, that one. Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my hands on that sword. It was made in the Outer Isles, far beyond the Twins, and is used exclusively by the practitioners of a unique school of swordsmanship.
The Cloud Strikes.
They believe no combat should ever exceed a single strike, and hone their blades to such perfection that none ever does. Each sword is made for that one perfect stroke, and for that stroke only. They crack upon a second blow. There's a brutal sort of beauty to it, really.
But how do they hone such an edge?
Fine question. Why, they use a whetstone, of course. Whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from the coarse to the fine. 10,000 licks with the sharpening stone, then 10,000 more. But it is the final stone which lends the blade its legendary sharpness. A mineral quite foreign to this great realm of ours. And that is the key. The secret ingredient. Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture is hardly equal to services rendered.
Well,
take this,
to give me stuff
together with my regards. The very stone of which I spoke, far rarer among collectors than even the blade itself.
That is
and
very
a far more fitting payment.
Thank you.
Pardon the intrusion, my lordship. However, it is long past time we prepared ourselves to depart.
Yeah, I'm done, mate. Let's go.
So it is. I am locked in bitter competition with a rival collector of curiosities. I am one step ahead of the unscrupulous scoundrel, but he is hard at my heels.
Are there many other collectors out there?
Maybe you're a rich man.
Too many to count, but only one do I consider my nemesis. Lord
Maybe it's a good job I didn't bring him.
And is a perennial thorn in my side.
I can imagine.
Farewell, Wyvern. May our paths cross again. Radim, we mustn't dawdle.
I think his lordship is rather taken with you, Master Wyvern. Thank you again.
I hope so. I got him all his stuff back.
Coming, my lordship. I'll be right there.
Scorpion and Barrel.
Trust Uncle Byron to find such an interesting rival. Now,
no one's surprised.
Let's see what Blackthorn makes of this whetstone, shall we?
Sounds good. Your balls must be in a soup in this heat. Just what I was thinking. Oh, Blackthorn. Oh, what a new missive. That's impressive.
Sorry for the wait, but hopefully you'll agree it was worth it.
You learned something about that sword then?
I did better than that.
A slab of rock quarried on the southern continent. Its unparalleled hardness makes it perfect for sharpening blades forged from all manner of metals, from bronze to adamantite.
Aye, a whetstone. Yes, but not one you'll find anywhere in Valisthea.
What's happening to that reflection in there? Anvil?
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on the grinding wheel. One hit and all done, eh? Might not be so bad if all you ever fought were duels. Good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent would be your last, no matter how good you were.
Even so, is there some way it could be used to give the curse breakers an edge?
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel, I could probably even make a twin of the blade to rattle me. But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it, if that. Swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly, and that would see them through a single fire piece.
What's the point then?
No point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use as a wax anvil. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine, now that's something to consider. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Or more hard-wearing, for that matter.
He's
Just
thinking
imagine
outside the
good
box.
Valisthean steel with an edge as sharp as
Love
any
it.
found in the Outer Isles. I won't make a copy, nah. I'll make something much better.
I'm sure the curse breakers will be delighted. Just
excuse me.
don't push yourself too hard.
Don't you worry about me, sunshine. I've been working day and night since I was half your age, and I'll still be here when you're long gone. Hey, thanks, Clive. I mean it. I know you won. August too. It's good to know someone's looking out for me.
He'll be happy to hear you said that.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First new blade I make's got your name on it. You come and find me when you've got the materials.
Right. Oh,
Maybe
well.
I have got them. Let us see, shall we? Baron now. Excalibur. Oh. Well, that's got to be the best sword in the game, isn't it? What do I need, young man? What do you need? Excalibur!
So what would it be?
I can't make it just yet. Bomb Ember. Got the Grimalican hide. And some Scarletite. Sad, isn't it? Isn't it sad?
Anything else?
There's no hunts yet. Oh well.
To give some breeze to the chocolate.
Let's just do this quest as well, then see where the main quest takes us for a little bit to find a bit something more dramatic to give a bit of flavour to the end of this section of Plague. Are you downstairs in the thing? Yes. Mid's workshop. Hello there, you. Oh yeah, we're going to go to... Oh, maybe we'll end on the peaceful notes of
You might
Clive.
be just the man to help me out of a bit of bother.
A bit of bother if you mind too.
Let's hear it.
Well, it's about this alembic the chief's got me making. Lovely bit of kit it is. Bung in a solution you want splitting, and it will separate it out, just like that. Problem is, it won't always get rid of all the impurities. And with some of the stuff we need it for, that ain't good enough. Which is why I've been looking for something to filter the liquid we'll be cooking off. And that's where I was hoping you
I'm not
could
drinking
help me
anything
out.
weird again. Last time I woke up with a pain I don't want to
I imagine
describe.
Ty could get some use out of this alembic too. Distilling medicines and the like. Alright. Why not?
Upgrade the efficacy.
So what exactly do you need for this filter?
Of my
Nothing but
shiznit.
bomb ash'll do, says the chief.
gave me a sample she'd obtained from the university stores. Couldn't believe my eyes. You pour the blackest blight water through it, and it comes out clear as a mountain stream. So, I did a bit of reading about where I might be able to get hold of some. And do you know what I found out? It's only the blimmin' bones of a bomb king. They leave them behind when they die, see?
I take it that's where I come in.
To you. Will I get something for Blackthorn as well?
If you wouldn't mind. I saw a billet on the hunt board for one just the other day. Would have gone myself, but, well, fighting dirty great balls of flame isn't exactly my forte.
Balls of fire!
On the other hand...
Fucking love it, mate.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you kindly. And a good hunting, eh?
Do you call me? I will prioritise your quest, Mr. Giver. Hopefully we get the key item, but then we actually, one of the things we get is what we need, and then all of a sudden we've got Excalibur, and we rule the world? Is that how it works? Yes, thanks. Nectar, you little muffin. Oh yeah. You little jiggle. But to ask about the bomb sightings. Are you on the hunt for a bomb king, Goopo? If so, I have a billet that might interest you. Bomb king, a curse breaker. Oh, hang on. Bomb king. A curse breaker aiming for the Imperial chase took a wrong turn into a nearby wood, within which she discovered the ruins of a fallen airship, and within them, a beast akin to a great ball of fire had chased her screaming from the grove. The soldier later identified the creature in an almanac of echoes, but was firm in her insistence that the bomb she saw was near 10 times the size of the one depicted therein. So the croc in Sanbrek. Whereabouts is that? Croc in Sanbrek. Must be over this side. Lonnie Broomy. Rock in Sambrick. Oh, medals, Richard's Bales. Baywatch. It's over this way. Imperial chase, was that mentioned? Nectar, you little sunshine. Okay, we got ourselves a target. Let's go hunting. Yeah, this is a good way to do it. So we'll do the hunt. We'll do a nice little end with Vincent Sid's grave. We'll call it a day. Oh, okay. Let's go. I assume a Vincent Sid's grave. We'll just see what happens. Come here, Ambrosia, you mad bastard. Faster! Faster, yes. Run. Run like the wind, Bullseye. I must remember to change to fire. I don't even know what direction I'm fucking going. This way. Could have done that straight away. A silly boy, aren't I? A silly boy. So I think broke this down. Lovely. Okay, we've discovered it. Haven Hall. A croc. There you go. See, they're easy enough once you sort of know what you're reading about. The first few I did, I was just like, yeah. Ah. Quite the wrong turn indeed. I didn't even check to see what rank it was. Doesn't matter. Go up,
Straight
get
home
out
now.
of it. Hey-oh. There he is. Look at his eyes. King, rank B, that's fine. We'll be home by tea time. Hello.
Look what we have here. Greetings, Your Majesty.
Fuck. Exactly what I was worried about. Oh, what's going on? Woo! Not the best idea, right? He's so erratic. He's actually got a crown, I love it. Oh.
Help me, boy.
Aha! It doesn't actually have. Oh, it's not. It's weird. It doesn't have a stagger thing. In this case, let's just get moving.
To me, boy.
Oh, that's annoying. Oh, told you I...
Fire and flame. I'm hurt, Torho. Wake us, Queen!
Oh. Didn't mean to do that, but I'm doing it. Hey, I've upgraded it. Oh, excellent timing. Let's see if it does anything to help. The health's alright, so it must have done. Get in there. Come. Through the fire and the flames we carry on. Oh. I did not pay attention to how much fire. That was okay. Oh my god.
To me, boy.
Oh, yes. We're done. Oh, I'm done. Yeah, probably threw me off that because it doesn't have a stagger thing, like all these beats that I've just naturally learned without realising it. Oh. Figuratively, the smouldering soul of a bomb given life by unknown magics. Literally a very hot rock. Fortunately, there are a myriad of uses for such a thing.
Your reign is over.
The key item is
now to collect the ash. This looks like the stuff.
Is that what I need for Excalibur? Have I just done it?
Let's see if there's any more.
Like, I'm jumping for joy, like you're getting ahead of yourself. Great horse. This is exciting.
That should do it.
Let's get the fuck back to the hideaway then and see what's going on. I'm excited. Get out of my way.
Is that the thing?
Actually, why would I go and speak? I can just speak to Otto now and find out for sure. Nervous? I might just be delusional. Use the forge.
So, will it be? Not bad, if I do say so myself.
I wasn't going to equip it. Let's just jump from 268 from 225. Jesus! Oh! Look at that! I'm literally wielding Excalibur. That is awesome. Well, definitely worth having a bit of a side quest section, so yeah. Speak with Otto, see what's going on. I'm hoping it does have a bit like, let's go and see Sid's grave. And I think that's a nice moment to have. We'll just sort of see what's going on. But if there's a bit of extra stuff and it's a poignant opening for next one.
All right there, Sid.
Fair bit.
How's that hunt for the bomb ash going?
I have it here.
No, didn't read it. Should have done. Look at that sword.
That's the stuff. And plenty of it, too. Enough to keep the Olympic bubbling away for a good old while.
Good, because
You're
there's
a
only one of
gent,
them.
Sid. Let nothing say otherwise.
Well, you was.
Right then, let's get this contraption up and running.
Sometime later.
There we have it. The Telemon Alembic. And it works just like the chief said it would.
Looks
very
fabulous,
impressive.
Says the man who cut down a burning boulder. Speaking of which, I still haven't returned the favor.
No, you haven't.
There's no need. The good it will do for the hideaway is reward enough.
Don't be silly. Why don't you let me take a look at that bag of yours? The one you keep your potions in. Reckon I could work some magic on that, huh?
What kind of magic?
Well, we happen to have isolated a substance in our test run of the Alembic that I reckon will make even the toughest leather supple as anything. Thought we might use it to breathe new life into old boots and the like. Save the hideaway a few gil. Ah, I reckon if we slap a bit on your bag, it'll loosen up enough
strange way
to
to
squeeze in a bottle or two more.
Well,
I mean, this would have been
can't
good
hurt to
for
try, I
Atlas, but
suppose.
never mind.
That's the spirit. Leave it with me. I'll only be a mo.
Like that leather boy. Oh my god, I'm sorry, these are your assless chaps.
What do you reckon?
it certainly feels
That's
more
not leather you've been
flexible.
putting ointment into.
Right? Told you.
Thank you. I think.
No. Thank you for supporting Mid and the rest of us in our endeavors. Without you, we'd never have been able to discover wonders like that stuff I rubbed on your bag. And I'm telling you, there's plenty more where that came from.
A threat. With all that renown, loving it. Treated potion satchel. With the same exotic compound that was applied to the leather of this satchel be kneaded into a pair of boots, they should surely become supple enough to accommodate a man with 20 toes. Okay, what does that mean? Like in real terms, what does that actually mean? You have obtained a treated potion satchel, hereby increasing your capacity for carrying consumables. Oh, okay. So I can get 6 potions, 4 high potions, 3 of each of the tonics. That is great. That is really, really wonderful news. So I can do a renown thing, got missives and stuff, so let's loop round, tidy up at the hideaway, speak to Otto. There's always a bit to do. There's always some bits to do. What was I doing? Going to my chambers. Yeah, that's the only important one. And the renown, and Otto.
He cracked the crystal too? I'm joking.
Reading table. About the other day. I'll have you know I ain't never shed a tear in front of no one, not even my mother. And you won't soon catch me doing the like again. So if it please your lordship, we can both forget about the whole damn thing. The Cid I chose to follow all them years ago is gone, and there ain't no dragging him back from the depths of whatever hell he's talked his way into. But his legacy, that lives on. In you and everyone else here at the Hideaway, sure as the sky is blue. At least, I think it's still blue. And as long as it is, I'll be right here where you can count on me. Otto. Thanks, Otto, mate. You're a complex chap. Wall of memories. We've only unlocked one other one. It's Goblet. Miraculously undamaged in the attack on the old hideaway, Otto held on to the featureless clay cup to remind him of his lost friend before giving it to Clive, knowing that Cid would have wanted the proud bearer of his legacy to have it. Isn't that wonderful? We check our renowned gift.
Times helped a bit.
Oh, I'm going to do one extra
told me
thing
she
as
was
well.
building
I'm
a
going to spend
ship.
some of the points, I think. Or at least look to see if I can. Or want to. Hello, Desiree.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon.
Hi, Clericsmith. The goddess Grigor teaches us that to walk with the wretched is an act of greater good. If we are to accept this truth, then no one could not rightly call he who follows this path an outlaw, a humble servant.
Here you are.
I'm going to be about
Best of
850
luck out there,
before we
Cid.
know it, won't we? So, what ability points have we got? 1200. 1200 is it? So there's these ones. I can master that and master that, which I use. So, which one was that? Yes, lovely. Or there's the targeted one. There we go for the big boy. Love it. Love it. Okay, what's going on?
All right, Clive. Asterix. Mid finished sending half the Hideaway traipsing across the twins, has she? I swear,
Yes.
that girl would do anything to put off visiting her old dad's grave.
Yeah, so let's make sure that
No
we do.
excuses now, though, eh?
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished soon enough.
She said that, in those words.
She did, yes.
Clive, Were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her.
Really? After all the stuff we've done? Make for the foredeck. Who's this mysterious chap? Obolus.
Obolus, have you seen Mid?
Yep. In a boat, going that way.
Then I'm too late.
You in a hurry at all, are you? Oh, I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and rowed off. Oars going like the clappers. Got some life in her, ain't she? But anyway, I was on my way up to see you, as it happens. Got a letter for you. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person, post-bleeding haste. And you're here now.
Thank you, Obolus.
Don't mention it.
That'll be 50 gil.
What tidings, Uncle?
As I say, if you make me go and read out the missives thing. A request for assistance. My dear boy, my journey to Canva has been a resounding success. The friend I mentioned not only agreed to share the contents of his strongbox with us, but has considerable knowledge of the goings-on in the Free Cities, by which I learned of the endeavours of a certain young friend of yours. Okay. Though I, for one, believe Miss Tellerman's project to be quite the valiant enterprise, I doubt the Canvarian authorities will take kindly to the unauthorised use of their dockyards, no matter how deserted. And if rumour has already reached my friend, it may not be long before the guildmasters are rapping at our door. Which is why I pen you this note. I would like to borrow your man Gav for a moon or two, that he might keep watch on those who might mean our little fellowship ill, and warn us of any impending attack. I trust that you will give this proposal your full consideration. Your loving uncle, Bye.
Trouble in Canva. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
It,
She hasn't processed the dad being gone.
Nothing we can do about it now.
None of yous have to be fair.
The next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Got to admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. Everyone pitching in and all that bollocks. Just like when we built this place.
You're right.
Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Canva pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Oh, that one.
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
Literally always
go on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regards. All right.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's
Oh,
got some
can we
things to
actually
take
visit
care of,
the
but she'll
hideaway now?
meet
'Cause I
us
will
there.
end on that then.
I
I
hope
was
she's
thinking
telling the truth at least.
We've done all this, then we'll just have to leave it sort of. Yeah, that's all we can do. We'll do this. See what's going down. Oh, of course, because they had to like sort of run out of Imperial capital without his body, I assume. Unless they carried it all the way there and he's buried there. Mid's been here. I assume that's what that means.
Well, Sid. I remember what you told me.
Bugger me.
If no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Kuka is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
Not about that.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead.
Joshua is.
Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
Burn down another one.
May we join you?
Hello, goats. That's not goats. Goots. He's confused. Let's just call him Hodor.
What a pleasant surprise.
He lied.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies.
That's just bloody rude. Wait.
It wasn't the most
Benedicta.
scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
Well, obviously.
I know.
The place got trampled by Fecantite.
The blight marches on.
Oh, is that what you mean?
And soon, there will be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's Tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Is that next?
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place.
Stand to for it and run at it.
Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas.
Turn into a frisson run.
You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, Nan.
Stop that! You'll break your bones, you break
Jesus
your loose.
Christ, Lenny.
There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the
We
Bocklad
actually met him
Market.
with Sid.
It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And
look good.
Glad to have you with us, Goots.
Oh, okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Oh, that was a jovial end, wasn't it?
Already on my way, Captain.
Off to
Be
Canada.
careful.
Aren't I always?
No. Last we'll ever see him.
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
What a convenient fork in the road that would turn out to be. Fortunately, I can't just leave it there. I need to click on that so I can save the darn thing. So we might get another cutscene. That would have been lovely closure, that wouldn't it? But life is really so kind. it's a new area as well, actually. Well, I wonder, does it all connect? Well, like I thought when we'd unlocked more areas before. We shall soon see. The band's back together again. Onward. Which is where we will stop.
Better. Thanks to Taya.
I'm glad to hear it.
And Torgal helped too. Didn't you, boy?
Well, we will end with the bark of Torgal. But yes, it's all connected. And we've even got a nice side quest waiting for us just up ahead when we get there. But in the meantime, let us relax. We shall save. Lovely. Well, what have we done? What haven't we done? What will we do? Nobody knows. Been 6 hours. So Titan died in the middle of it, I think, somewhere. But when I do this for YouTube, I think this is definitely going to be at least 2 versions of the stream. I'm not doing any editing at all, really. But I'm not putting a 6-hour video up like that. It'll take too bloody long to render, if nothing else. But yes, lots done. So Titan ended. That's it, story-wise. And then it's just been lots of bits and gatherings. And the hunts as well. Atlas, long defeated. And very good of friend Dave to jump on into chat and cheer me along. So enjoyed that. But yeah, I really enjoyed those hunts. And yeah, I mean, some of those side quests were notorious. I'd heard about gathering the sand and getting garlic and nuts or whatever, is the fact that they're main quests as well. And then, but they're basically just like what the side quests have been. Do you know what? For every weird, okay, that was a pointless gather one, you get the ones like Otto, where it's a bit emotional, adds a bit more depth to the characters, the story. I am obsessed with this game. I think it's great. I have loads of fun with the combat. I'm really enjoying the boss fights, enjoying the challenge of some of them. It's not too crazy, this game. I think it unlocks a higher difficulty level when you finish it as well, which is an interesting one to think on. But for now, who knows what's happening next? We're on to another mother crystals in our sights. There are only 2 left, so it does feel like we're progressing ever onwards. And that's what's going on there as well. There we go. I'll get this nice imagery back. I should always remember to do that. I think it just looks very pretty, doesn't it? Very nice indeed. But yeah, so I've enjoyed myself anyway, and I hope anyone who happens upon this has enjoyed it too. But yes, for the time being anyway, if you are watching this on YouTube, before you go, leave a like down below if you have enjoyed it, and if you want to see more stuff like this from a little guy like me, then click the subscribe button, which is of course Latin for I want to see more stuff like this from a little guy like you. And then click the bell for notifications as well as soon as they go up, if you're that into them, that is, anyway. But yes, anyway, thank you for tuning in. And as ever, how do I make sure that I remove myself from the Twitchosphere? It's going to be some dramatic music, I think. So anyway, love you. Bye!